Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Late morning. It is 8 a.m. here in Los Angeles. 11 a.m. on the East Coast. 12 p.m. It's 5 p.m. in Paris and Amsterdam. Shout out to my people in Paris, Amsterdam, and everybody who's 9 hours ahead of Los Angeles. I know it's backwards, so I get it. How y'all feel? All right, y'all. Troy Rawlings live morning edition. Welcome. This is when I take about an hour. Even though I'm starting later, don't worry, it'll be on replay if I miss my 6 a.m. crowd. You know what? Today's topic kind of touches on it. All right, all month of June, I'm talking about self-love. Why, Troy? Why? Because one of my main missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. So today I'm talking about self-love again, but today's topic is prioritizing rest. Prioritizing rest. What? I know some of y'all are gonna tune out immediately because I don't want to hear it. I gotta work. I gotta make the money. Gotta work, gotta move that dope. You can start dancing with each other. Prioritizing rest. Loving yourself by honoring your needs. Very important. We're gonna get into it. Let's breathe a bit. Do some breathing. Say a quick prayer. Give some birthday shout outs and we'll get into it, all right? That's how we do. You ready? Are you ready? Doesn't matter. I'm ready. All right, y'all. Relax your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Relax your daggone shoulders. You can close your eyes if you're not driving or walking. You shouldn't be walking looking at your phone anyway. But we can inhale through our nose. Try to fill your diaphragm, not just your chest. Like you taking a deep breath, like you're about to go into the pool. You take the biggest breath. That's it. And singers already know what I'm talking about. Diaphragm, stomach, down there. In that area. All right. Inhale through your nose. Let's inhale. Love, peace, joy, forgiveness. Exhale. Fear, doubt, hate, anger. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Through your nose. Exhale. Big inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hey, what it do? What's going on? Welcome. Troy Rawlings Live. If you choose to lubricate your chassis when the tongue gets on. And happy day after Father's Day to all the fathers. Hope you got some rest. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed your family. Got a chance to be with them. Can't get those times back. Enjoy it while you have it. All right. Let's get out of this Zen music and get to some of my more active music, shall we? All right, some birthday shout outs real quick. I'm going into my Facebook digest. So my Facebook people, if you have a page on Facebook, if it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Kelly Franklin. I haven't seen you in years. I think it's like elementary, middle school years. This is the same Kelly Franklin I'm thinking about. Happy birthday, Kelly. Storm Artiste, happy birthday. DJ Lonnie Davis. DJ Lonnie, happy birthday, my brother. Hope you're having a great Father's Day week, the whole nine. Patty Purcell, happy birthday, Patty. Sarita Spencer, happy birthday. My man, saxophonist, singer, entertainer, Rick Palmer, happy birthday, brother. Jackie Berry, happy birthday, Jackie. Tavin Long, another school homeboy from high school, happy birthday, Tavin. Jacqueline Daha Anna Abrams, it's a lot. Happy birthday, Jackie. And Nessa Wright, happy birthday. Okay. Those are our birthdays. I have to express it. It's one thing about doing radio. When we started our radio show back in the day, I used to pray, God, before the show, we going on air, God bless us with perfect articulation, pronunciation, and grammar. Because all of us, one cat from New York, 2 cats from Baltimore. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. But it was the greatest. All right, y'all. Welcome, Patty. When I tell you I needed this coffee this morning. All right, y'all. Whole month of June, we're talking about rest. I keep saying I'm going to try to fly through this. Hey, how you doing? I keep saying I'm trying to fly through this. Let me put this in here. Good morning. And you can put your first name and where you checking this out from. Live. Troy Rawlings, live. All right. I'm going to start very late this morning because Father's Day, had a late night, was doing some things at the office, and getting everything together, getting everything together for the official launch coming up very soon, where I have some people come in, check it out, and start working on phase 5. We're in the midst of phase 4 right now, but stay tuned. All right, y'all. Today we got a good one. We got one that I'm serious about, especially as we get older. Especially as we get older. You need it when you're younger too, but when you're young, you got the energy to run around. You're in college, you're doing the different things, you're working, you're pursuing this, pursuing that. As you start getting older, you start realizing, I can't function without rest. I cannot function without rest. I can't burn the candle at both ends. My health, the stress, it's overwhelming me. My body doesn't even have enough time to properly heal. Rest is about healing, y'all. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Rest is so essential. When I go to see my doctor, Dr. Sai, Charles Sai, I always talk about a wonderful Chinese doctor in San Gabriel. But I've been going to him, my daughter's 14 years. And, I go to him, first thing he does, he's like, okay, he's sitting down, he takes my pulse with his fingers, said, how's your rest? Then when I'm sitting down, he can see my weight. He always says, don't get offended. This is how he talks. He said, so you're so young. I was like, how old do you think I am? I know he's got me about 20 years. He's almost 70. He's about to retire soon. I hope he doesn't retire before I'm coming for my next physical doctor. It's time. But he looks, and he says, men and women, I guess. He said, you're so young. You lose some weight and stay in shape. He said, your belly shouldn't be hanging over your belt when you sit down. My belly shouldn't be hanging over my belt when I sit down. I thought that was a part of the blessing of getting older. So I'm working on it, Dr. Sai, don't worry. I'm back walking. Shout out to my man, my brother, my partner, Colin. We did Runyon Canyon yesterday. We didn't do it like y'all do it. We just walked a little bit. And I think that's going to be my evening spot because I see why all y'all ladies go up there and walk and Runyon Canyon and do the videos. It is gorgeous. Yo, if you're and this has to do with rest too, because walking and calm and relaxation can be part of that too. If you live in an area, especially if you live in Los Angeles, go to the beach, go to Mulholland, don't forget where you are. Any place that has a scenic area. For me, when I was in Baltimore, I always go to Inner Harbor. I know it was just the Inner Harbor, but Something about being by that water, it helped my mind so much as a young teen coming up. It was just the thing. And it got me to love my city. Always love my city. So, from Baltimore to Burbank. All right, enough of that. Prioritizing rest. Prioritizing rest. Sorry, folks, but if you're taking notes, get your notepad. Go back. You can listen to all the shows. I on my Troy Rawlings Live YouTube channel, I have all of these. So the replay is real. The reason I'm going to do it every day, even if I get on here late, even if I got stuff to do in the morning, I'm going to do it, is because it's a commitment to myself. But also, I have the blessing of... Hold up, she hit me back. Let me see. I'll get into that later. How have you been? You know, you can get old. How have you been? Sorry, right here. All right. Hold up. Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry. I love going online. I love the whole online experience and connecting with people you haven't seen in years. That's kind of fun. That's the nostalgia of it all. Okay. Well, let me send this to a few people that may be up and at them. They may want to catch it live. All right. Just wanted to send some folks. All right. Y'all still tuned in? If y'all tuned in, let me hear you say hell yeah. I've been watching a lot of old school wrestling. Forgive me. With the old school wrestling joints. It's been crazy. All right. We're talking about rest this morning. Prioritizing rest. Let's get into it, y'all. Prioritizing rest is the ultimate act of self-love. You cannot pour from an empty cup. I always say this. By recognizing that downtime is a necessity rather than a luxury, you give yourself the permission to recharge and show up as the best, most grounded version of yourself. Prioritizing rest is the ultimate act of self-love. You cannot pour from an empty cup. By recognizing that downtime is a necessity rather than a luxury, you give yourself the permission to recharge and show up as the best, most grounded version of yourself. That's from our girl, Mel Robbins podcast. She's doing some great work. All right, y'all. How many of you feel like that if you rest, you're being lazy? How many of you in your lifetime, be it when you were a child or being older, you felt like rest equated to laziness? When we were young, we feel like rest is like death. We're like, come on, take a nap. I don't want to take a nap. Let me tell you something. Anybody, I can't even say over 40, because when I was in my 20s and I started taking my Sunday naps, after I would go to church and let me tell you, my Sunday naps, I felt like they recharged my whole week before I went back to work at the barbershop and back in the night. Those Sunday naps, naps are the luxury. I mean, a good luxury. Shout out to my media partner, Sheen Magazine. Sheen Magazine on stands now. The new Sheen Magazine is on stands now. Still, the new one for July, August is coming out soon. But you can still get the Sheen Magazine on stands. My article, Dear Troy, in the Sheen Magazine. And also Reach LA Angels, my weekly blog. If you haven't checked out the weekly blog, Check it out. Shout out to Reach LA Angels. But rest is essential. Rest is my Life, Love, and Luxuries is the name of my weekly blog. Rest is a luck, because sometimes you say luxuries and people are like, oh, the nice car, the nice vacation. I want to go to the island. What about this resort? When you going to take me out? When you going to take? Rest is a luxury, a good luxury. I know it says rather than a luxury. And I think what Mel meant in this is because we put things like a vacation. Oh, that's a luxury. I don't have time for a vacation. Let me tell you something. What's so crazy. I don't have time to rest. I don't have time for a vacation. I don't have time. Because we equate a lot of things to laziness. We're in a day and age that if you're not working, if you're not going after that bag, if you're not where I'm grinding every day, you're going to die. I'm sorry. They might cut me off. You're going to roll out of here early. You're going to be stressed and something's going to happen to you. There are young people having strokes, seizures, heart attacks. You're going to have an incident where, because you're not resting, your body says, oh, you're not going to rest? We about to take the ultimate rest. It is essential to your health. And any doctor that's not telling you that is just trying to make money off of you. Sorry to say it. If they're giving you medication, now, if you're like, I'm a very light sleeper, so the condition has to be great. I have to have, if the air is dry, it's got to be a humidifier. It's got to be dark. And the humidifier can't be too loud. If it's, it has to be a situation. Window open, can't be too hot, can't be too cold. I'm a light sleeper. But I'm also, when I lay my head down, I'm gone. That's just sleep. We're supposed to get, 7 to 8 hours of sleep nightly. How many people are getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep? That's just sleep. The other side of rest are naps. If you don't get 8 hours of sleep, hopefully you're taking a nap. If you're saying, oh, I'm good on 4 to 5, 6 hours, you need a nap during the day. Hopefully, if you're an entrepreneur, you can take a nap. Or even if you have a long lunch break, power naps. Some people can rock off of power naps. Eartha Harris, my girl Eartha Harris, y'all think she's the Energizer Bunny. Let me tell you something. I've called Eartha before, and she's been at work on back in the day. She'd be at work. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm in the car just taking a nap. It's my lunch break. Just get a little power nap on, but yeah, I'm good. Get them in. And why rest is an act of love. Let's break that down. Why rest is an act of love. Hey, what's going on? I see. It is not selfish. Making your well-being priority is recalibration, not selfishness. It allows you to function from a place of wholeness rather than depletion. Making your well-being a priority is recalibration, not selfishness. It allows you to function from a place of wholeness rather than well-being. My man Yonda, my best friend, and he's been doing a couple of late hours lately. It's been shifted a little bit, but it's like clockwork. He'll get home, he may get himself together, eat, do whatever. I know, because he's a 5 a.m. riser. He's an early riser like I am. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see y'all in here. I hadn't been paying attention. Coco Brown, you definitely. Girl, did you see that post? I was in tears. Zoe and Phoenix. Oh. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see y'all. I am late. Am I late? No, I'm late. I'm late this morning. I usually try to get on my live about 6 a.m. I'm late this morning. But I commit myself to doing them because the recaps are on YouTube, they be LinkedIn, Facebook, and they be on here. So I gotta put in the time with y'all. I love y'all. We talking about rest this morning if you just tuned in. And shout out to my girl Coco Brown, my sister, my girl, my partner in comedy crime, my radio co-host. When we got to do something again. You know we can do it from coast to coast now. actress, comedian, thespian. Believe me, she's just as that. She's thespian. Yes, it's funny. I had my friend. What up, Brock? I had my friend, and I'm not gonna mention her name on here. Moni. We were talking, and she was talking about how stressed she was, how much stuff she had back to back to back. I feel like I'm gonna lose it. When I hear my friends, especially my friends over 40, over 35, over 40, say, I feel like I'm going to lose it. If you hear your friend, what's up? If you hear your friend say, I feel like I'm going to lose it, or you hear yourself saying, I feel like I'm going to lose it, go look in that mirror and tell them, baby, it's not a fire. Are you serious? Ask them. I have friends that have said stuff like that aren't here, or they say it right before they go in the hospital. It's no joke. I don't take it as a joke. And I got a lot of people on here to attest to it. If you feel like you're going to lose it, sit your ass down somewhere. Take a rest. Take a nap in a chair. Put a fan on like it's old school. Coco, you got one of those country homes. You open that window, put that fan on, sit there. Or the AC. I'm sorry, I'm old school. Sit there and just let yourself nod out. I understand. When I see, especially grown men, I think grown men or grown women somewhere just nodding, I just smile like, ain't no rest. Ain't no way. Me. Yeah, lubricate the chassis. Carpe MFDM, y'all. Shout out to my girl Jennifer Hunt for lacing me with the merch. I got some merch coming to y'all. I'm just testing things out right now. When I see somebody head all, when you're chin in your chest, when you're chilling with your chin in your chest, sound like rap song. That's the kind of rest we supposed to be getting. And you sitting somewhere, all right, I'll wait for you. You get that chin in your chest going. I understand. We will take better care of our car. We will take better care of a pet. We will take better care of our house than we do our own body, our mind, and our health. How is that possible? I was talking to a friend of mine, and her car broke down. She got it towed, and it's in the shop, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. And I was like, yeah, how you feeling? I'm still tired. I'm stressed. You know, people used to say, I rest when I'm dead. Yep. And you're increasing, you're lessening your time on this earth by not getting enough rest. Rest is a privileged thing that we're supposed to do daily. If you're not getting 7 to 8 hours, I'm gonna pound it in, because I know people that are suffering from seizures, strokes, heart attacks. I have so many people in my circle that have had seizures, strokes, Bell's palsy, all of these things. I'm not pointing out one person. I'm not leaning on, because somebody may hear this and like, why are you talking about me on live? I ain't say your name. But I know I've had so many reports of people having strokes that are still existing that seem like they all right, or you see something a little off, and it's crazy stress because we're not resting. We're not shutting down the day. This is something I told somebody before too. Make it a habit to shut down your day before you go into the next day. Try to. I don't care if it's 11:49. 11:49. Give yourself, because some people work straight through midnight, and in my opinion, you're in the next day. Last Friday I wasn't on here, but I did do a BTS behind the scenes. It was 90 minutes at KJLH. Shout out to my man Danny Morrison. Shout out to my brother in comedy, my brother in love, Andre Bailey. And we did a Juneteenth show on KJLH. Shout out to Stevie Wonder, the KJLH family, everybody. Amazing show. You can see it. You can listen to it on the KJLH website, the archive shows for Juneteenth. Great show. Talked about Juneteenth, talked about Father's Day. But I went to bed. I was trying to go to bed at 9. I go to bed at like 10, maybe 10:30. So let's say 10. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 hours. I'm up at 3. It's Friday. I did the show, came back to work, did some work, did a little driving, helped my friend move, didn't leave helping my friend move and setting up everything, making sure she was good, being another brother. Shout out to Jay Scribbles, my guy. I gotta listen to your stuff, Jay. Left there at midnight, close to midnight. 12:30 was in Hollywood, got home 12:31. Look at that. That means I was almost up for 24 hours. 3 a.m. got up, probably went to bed at 1. That was Friday, right? Friday into Saturday. And still had to be back in the office on Saturday. When I got to go to Saturday night, I went to sleep. I think it might have been 6 p.m. I will put my hands. All right, y'all. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about self-love the whole month of June. Right now, we're talking about rest. I'm so glad I have the doctor I have. Not saying that Western medicine medicates and doesn't heal, but I have an Eastern medicine doctor I've been going to for 14 years. And his first questions when he's holding my pulse talking to me about rest. He's Chinese. And they tend to live longest. So I'm listening. I'm like, what else? No cold drink. Man, when I tell you my doctor is big on not drinking ice. And I know us country folk, we love ice. Now I try to drink room temperature water. And I definitely have my coffee. I need to get on my teat tip. But he is big about not drinking cold stuff. I don't know what it is. Something about your body. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. All right. So, why rest is an act of love. It is not selfish. Making your well-being a priority is recalibration. Like you recalibrate your car, your brakes. If you do it to your car, you got to do it for yourself. Not selfishness. It allows you to function from a place of wholeness rather than depletion. Nervous system regulation. And this is Project Happiness on Facebook, that one. Nervous system regulation, constantly running on adrenaline, leaves your system dysregulated. Woo, I thought it was deregulated. Dysregulated. Pausing helps calm your mind and prevents chronic burnout. Nervous system regulation. Why rest is an act of love to yourself. We talking about self-love all the month of June. Because we got to get self-love straight before we go into the other pieces of love. Nervous system regulation. Hey. Miss T. Ford. Nervous system regulation. Constantly running on adrenaline leaves your system dysregulated. Pausing helps calm your mind and prevents chronic burnout. I tell people all the time, we are not meant to live on adrenaline, y'all. We are not meant to live on adrenaline. It's for emergency. It's like if David Banner always... some of y'all remember the Hawk from the whole animation thing. I'm not a big animation comic book person. I try to watch the Marvel. I can't keep up with the Marvel. Me keeping up with Marvel is like me trying to go back and keep up with the old, new Star Wars. What is happening? Yeah, it's just too much for me. My mind's still, So, nervous system regulation. Constantly running on adrenaline leaves your system dysregulated. Pausing helps calm your mind and prevents chronic burnout. Ladies, you just got to hear this. Especially you ladies that are perimenopausal or premenopausal or going through menopause or stuff like that. You already have enough. Not only our girl Barbara Solomon, getting her to do a segment on here. My girl Martita, getting her to do a segment on here because she is a woman can talk vastly on menopause. She went through early, and but she has some good topics, good health tips, all that stuff. But we're not meant to live on adrenaline, y'all. It's the superpower. Imagine. I used to have a joke. I talked about David Banner. I think until I saw Howie Bell do it on one of the specials, and I stopped doing it. For y'all to know, back in Baltimore, I saw a company had this whole thing about the Incredible Hulk, and how the littlest thing get you upset, and as a black man will get you upset, and you'll hear that ding. That used to be the noise on the Incredible Hulk show when Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby, I think it was, played David Banner. And David Banner was a doctor. He was smart, intelligent, go to these towns, and he'd be helping people, and then somebody would pick on him. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Remember that? We used to say that back. We used to quote stuff from the shows when we was young kids. Don't make me angry. You pushing me, man. Don't make me angry. You won't like, It don't work every time. And it's like, man, David, can you fight us? As soon as they hit him, beat him down, throw him down some steps. And he'd be worn out, clothes ripped up. He turned from a 5'6" dude to damn near 6'8". Lou Ferrigno, 300-something pounds, the Incredible Hulk, whipping everybody's ass, going crazy. And then he finally calmed down, he rests, and he go back down. That's kind of how it is when you go up and down from adrenaline. Some of you, those people that have work jobs that you can't leave at work. You have jobs you don't leave at work. You're an entrepreneur. You're up and down, adrenaline. We're not supposed to live on adrenaline. It's going to wipe us out. So if you're not regulating, we schedule everything. Dr. Zoe Shaw used to say this. Shout out to my girl, Dr. Zoe Shaw. I love you, Troy Rawlings. You're doing a great job. Have you looked in the mirror today and told yourself you love yourself? You're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing. You're a great father, friend, brother, future husband. And you can cook your ass off. Boy, you be cooking. Boy, you be... What we eating today? What we... Me time. All right. So, it's not selfish. Making your well-being a priority is recalibration, not selfishness. It allows you to function from a place of wholeness rather than depletion. That's from Project Happiness. Nervous system regulation, constantly running on adrenaline, leaves your system dysregulated, all out of order, discombobulated. Pausing helps calm your mind and prevents chronic burnout. You should not be passing out. Man, I passed out when I got home. Stop saying that, because you're going to do it one day. Hand on the doorknob. Sets your standards. When you honor your own limits, you teach others how to treat and respect your boundaries. Peaceful mind, peaceful life. Facebook. Thank y'all. How can you say you have boundaries? What's up, Gold? How can you say you have boundaries when you're not respecting your own when it comes to rest? How can you set proper boundaries? I'm just giving myself boundaries. I'm going to rest first. A lot of you eating properly and resting. It's one thing if you're doing intermittent fasting. Trying to get your rest in, doing all the things. What up, Cole? I can't read everybody's messages. Y'all got a lot of messages popping. It's one thing if you're doing intermittent fasting, you're trying to eat a certain time of the day, giving your body, which is great because you give your body enough time to digest the food from the day and the night before. And then, you start not carrying the belly as much. But if you're not honoring yourself with rest is one of the greatest boundaries you can give yourself. I remember one of the guys, Gary V. You probably see Gary Vaynerchuk online. And somebody was interviewing Gary V years ago. He goes so hard. He posts and he seemed like he's just a ball of energy. And he said, man, I know you stay up all night. He was like, no, I don't. It's like, stay up all night? He said, dude, I couldn't do this. I love my rest. So what we see Gary V doing, he's doing from, I think he's in New York or Jersey. He's doing from the time he's in New York. He's doing from the time he gets up, even if it's 7, 6, 7, whatever. He works, if you know him, he does posts and stuff and people working for him. But I think he probably leaves work about 6 o'clock and he's getting his proper rest. A lot of people we think are burning a candle at both ends are not. Some of the most productive people are resting. They're not the people that always brag about not sleeping, believe me. And it doesn't work for everybody. Everything isn't for everybody. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about prioritizing rest, loving yourself by honoring your needs. This is a part of Self-Love Month in the month of June. I'll probably talk about self-love even more past June, but this whole 52 weeks it's all about love. And you can't properly love until you love yourself, okay? Let me give a quick shout out before we move forward to some of our sponsors and sponsor partners. Flamin' Pasta. If you're in Los Angeles and you haven't had Flamin' Pasta, go follow Flamin' Pasta. Their information is below in the IG post, on YouTube post too. If you look down, you'll see them. But follow them on IG. Milton Breeze Ballroom Dancing. If you trying to learn how to hand dance, gents and ladies, like gentles, I was like, wait. Holla at Milton Breeze. Barbara Solomon, amazing author, griot. We're going to have Barbara on here doing one of the segments as well. Steel City Cigars, my guy Tony Rawlings, Bad Juju Golf. If you're playing golf, you got to get the Bad Juju Golf gear. Even if you don't play golf, it's some fly gear. Go to badjujugolf.com. Family owned and operated. Lynn Connor, shout out to my girl Lynn. Later for the stories. Not on here. It's always a person with it. Cole has always got a daggone story to tell. I ain't got the capacity for a story. No, Lynn Connor, my girl, Renee Ambush, Destiny Over Drama. Like I said, big shout out to my media partners, Sheen Magazine and Reach LA Angels. My folks at Tasty W's, my man Lance and his beautiful wife Delisha. Also on board, we'll be talking to him soon, my guy Paul Liu. Follow Paul Liu on social media. Paul Liu, P-A-F-L. Liu is L-O-O. Great information that people think about it, but he broke down some stuff I didn't know. So I'm gonna talk to him soon on one of our lives. And okay, back to it. How to honor your needs daily. We're talking about prioritizing rest. Check in with your capacity. What did I just say? I just said, I don't have the capacity. I learned the word capacity while I was studying and working on the preliminaries for my psych degree. I don't have a degree. I am not a psychologist nor therapist. I just write, think, and talk like one. As a doctor told me that. It's not my quote. I just write a lot of books and read a lot of books. And I'm giving you all what I do for me. This is an insight of how I talk to me. This is actually for me, and I'm broadcasting it for you. Taking 52 weeks to learn how to love better. It helps me, my relationships, my family, my love towards my daughter. And as we go into these different stages of life, be a better man. So I'm sharing it with you and archiving it because I got several more books to do. And this is just going to help even the more when I can expound on things. So yeah, thank you guys. And thanks for tuning in. And thanks for checking it out now when you're checking it out wherever you are. Okay. How to honor your needs daily. Check in with your capacity. Capacity, Troy. What is capacity? When you say I can't take it, when a guy or a woman raises their hands up and says, look, I'm fed up means your brain space, your mind space, your mental and emotional capacity. You need to chill before it's better to let off steam than to explode or implode. These are the places where you get overstressed, your mind can't work properly, you get sick, you get stressed, strokes, all that stuff. I'm not just talking about strokes and stuff from bad cardiovascular or bad health issues or bad eating, or I'm talking about stress, one of the leading causes of disease. Check in with your capacity. Start your day by asking yourself, what do I need today? Tune into how you are feeling before reacting to the demands of others. It is important. People will tell you, some people call me early and I was like, hey, I'll hit you after I do my devotion. Whatever it is for you. Some people meditate and pray. Just get your mind wrapped around your day. Be thankful, be mindful, stretching, taking your morning walk, your morning workout. Some people, it's just a morning coffee. That might be your time or tea for yourself. I love, shout out to my girl, Christina Lopez, Christina Lopez, on Instagram. I love when people kind of let you into their joy, the things they do to pump up the joy in their mornings. Because everybody's talking about what they don't like, but if you can take time to spread joy and spread love, you'd be in a better place. I know it sounds optimistic than a motherfucker, but you gotta do it. Either you can lean into the negative or you can lean into the positive. Totally how you are. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. I try to tell people that, yeah, no, I'm just being real. Oh, that's your real. Okay, let me go. I do the Muppet Show Bounce Away. Oh, that's your real? Negative? Why did he have him walk like that? Couldn't he just move him smooth? Why did Jim Henson say, all right, let me get out of here? Ah! Who walks like this? Okay. Sorry. Check in with your capacity. Start your day by asking yourself, what do I need today? Tune into how you are feeling before reacting to the demands of others. Practice the pause. Not pause. Y'all people, I got this post I put on Troy the Foodie. I said so much stuff and I was making a salad. I said so much stuff and I was like, man, I'm glad I don't say pause, because I wouldn't get this salad done. I was tossing salad. I was tossing the salad and making beets and putting watermelon in the salad. I hope the juice don't squirt on me. I'm tossing this salad. Oh, that's not the pause. Pause is different. Practice the pause. Take short, mindful breaks throughout the day. Take short, mindful breaks throughout the day. This is important because how many of you have had your day going? You say, I just got to take a minute. I just got to take a minute. Where were you before that? Where were you before the thing? Now, if you're working and you got a good day and something comes that you hear about somebody passing away, something tragic happens, stuff like that, you can't control that. You can control taking a beat. This may be a crazy example, and I don't know all the particulars of how and why it went down. I'm not getting into the real theories, conspiracy theories, all that stuff down. But one of the things I remember, mind you, he was talking to children at a children's school when 9/11 happened, and they showed the picture of them reporting it to George Bush, and he just sat there like, I don't know on that tip, but I've seen Obama do it a lot. There are photographs. I think Pete Souza is, if you follow Pete Souza on Instagram, he was Obama's photographer. And that's some phenomenal pictures of Obama. Probably more than any president I've seen. And I've seen him in rooms full of people talking. He's just sitting back in his chair. It's like, or certain times you see him. I think Lincoln had a famous picture when he had him kind of thinking. I think as a man and woman, but especially as a man, my greatest resource has been to take a beat and think. Take a beat and think before you react. Take a beat and think before you do the next thing. Hey, how are you, girl? Take a beat and think. Practice the pause. It is a part of rest. It is a part of self-love. Practice the pause. Take short, mindful breaks throughout the day. Stepping outside for a few minutes or simply closing your eyes can provide vital respite. Thank you. I'm taking Father's Day week, Father's Day month. Thank you. The Wealthy Brand. Practice the pause. Take short, mindful breaks. Mindful breaks. Do it on purpose. Take a break. Take a walk. I can get some fresh air. Sometimes you feel like you're working inside all day, especially for those. I remember Oprah Winfrey said she was, like, I got to say her last name. I remember Oprah said she was suffering from depression for years because she'd wake up in Chicago early in the morning. Probably did in Baltimore too when she was on the news. I don't know if she was on the morning. I can't remember if she was on the morning news or not in Baltimore. But she'd wake up early in the morning It's dark outside. Work all day, get off work, and it's dark, especially on the East Coast. She's in Chicago, and she was suffering from depression, deprived of vitamin D, sunshine, fresh air. Some of you work like that. So you have to be mindful daily. Look, let me tell you what's so funny. If someone smokes at work, I don't know, some places and jobs have cut down on it a lot. But they have designated smoke areas for people. Like, you can leave out and take a smoke break. Some of y'all getting over because y'all smoke cigars, so I know what y'all do. Because it takes me 3 hours to smoke a cigar, which I know I'm cutting back. I wasn't a full-time cigar smoker, but I love a good stogie every now and then. But it don't love me, so I like my body too much. I like my rest and all that stuff. But here's what's so crazy. They have designated areas for people to take smoke breaks. Quick smoke break. All right, I'm back. Nicotine got you all. You go get some fresh air. Hey, I gotta I'll be right back. If you're in a job where you can't walk away from your desk and get some fresh air, think about your job situation. You can walk away. If you can go to the bathroom, you can get some water, you can walk out and get some fresh air. Or walk to a window, or go somewhere, get some fresh air. Get some fresh air, you got to. It's people, I tell people all the time, I got friends that have lost people at work. One of my best friends, he mentioned, I didn't even know for years until we were in an interview, and he mentioned it while I was doing a live interview. He mentioned his father died on the job, died at work. Took a break, went to go, and they thought he was just taking a nap or something like that. They went to get him late. Where's he been? He was dead. I don't know if he died at the job or when they got him to the hospital to revive him, they couldn't. Here's the thing I say about the whole job situation. If you pass away, unless you're the CEO, unless you're a very amazing person, they're not going to put a plaque up near your desk. They're not going to hang a plaque on the wall for the average worker. What they will do, most jobs, if they have the life insurance policy on you, if you get a part of it or not, because most jobs, some of those papers you're signing, there is a life insurance policy. That policy goes to hiring the next person or whatever the company needs. And some of y'all, oh, that's wrong. They don't do that. My father used to say, I got, what the, 16 bars, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. That owe my soul to the company stole. My father used to go around singing that song. I was like, that is a funny song. But it's a song about factory workers. And my father was working in a factory. And he was a joyful, fun guy, but he suffered from depression too. One of the funniest guys. My parents were so funny. I get it directly from them. But he used to go around singing that song and he'd be laughing kind of about it. I owe my soul to the company stole. He probably sung it at work at the factory a lot too. Worked at a factory, but he was a fine artist. Worked at a factory, but he was a photographer. Nothing wrong with hard work. Nothing wrong with hard work. But if you're working for a company and you can't take a break, think about what you're doing. You have to do it for your own health. Because if you pass away, they have to hire somebody else. They probably are not going to put a plaque up for you. All right. We're talking about prioritizing rest, y'all. They said that prioritizing rest is the ultimate act of self-love. Wow. How many of us are really resting? And we don't rest until I'm passed out. Oh, I can't take it. Oh, I gotta take a smoke. You know why I like a good cigar? Because it's relaxing. And it's a couple hours and stuff like that. But I should be able to rest and regulate my rest to the point where I can get in that mode without a substance. Without a substance. Unless you really need it on the medical side, why is it that we need substances to try to help us rest? Which actually don't. They put us in a euphoric state where our mind is a bit separated, detached, but we're not resting. That was deep. All right, Practice the pause. Learn to say no without guilt. Saying no to tasks or events that drain your energy is saying yes to your personal peace. This is from Facebook Daily Motivation and Inspiration. You are right about that. Sometimes you have to say no, not just to people about things, but tasks. I really enjoyed helping my friend move the other day because this is something that this is something that she had been waiting for, this place she had been waiting for a minute, and this and another. And I knew my schedule, I had time, and she took care of us. It was a paid gig, so let me not. And she paid a little bit extra because we went a little bit extra, so it was good. It worked. Learning to say no without guilt. This last one, reflect and recalibrate. Reflect and recalibrate. Journaling and meditating for a few minutes can help you actively listen to what your body and mind are asking for. Journaling and meditating for a few minutes can help you actively. Do I have my journal? They might be on the floor, but I write a lot. I got pads, I got books. Can help you actively listen to what your body and mind are asking for. It is essential to write stuff down. Look, y'all think I'm just doing this to be doing this, right? Morning topics. Look how thick this book is. By the end of 52 weeks, I'll have at least, I have pages of, 52 weeks, 5 days a week. I end up doing 1 hour or so, half an hour to an hour of talks about love. And within that time, I would have released 2 more books within this next year. Yeah, but the journaling helps you recalibrate and actively listen to what your mind and body are asking. It is essential. It is essential. Sorry, we're opening up. It is essential to understanding exactly. Sorry. It is essential to understanding exactly where you want to go, what you want to do, what your goals are. So, quick rundown. How to honor your needs daily. Check in with your capacity. Start your day by asking yourself, what do I need today? Tune into how you are feeling before reacting to the demands of others. Practice the pause. Learn to say no without guilt. Reflect and recalibrate. Go back, share this with somebody. It's on Instagram. It's on YouTube. LinkedIn. It'll be all over. And that was from Kelsey Wonderling, dating coach for women. Reflect and recalibrate, journaling. Okay. Hope y'all got something out of the day. Prioritizing rest. Rest is the ultimate act of self-love. We're going to talk about that some more. But that's my time. I got to get out of here. I got some work to do. All right. Rosie Posey. Hey, Rosie Posey. Go back, watch the replay if you're just tuning in. Remember what? Yes. Lena said yes. Writing things down helps you remember what you've done when you've done something. You're absolutely right. Let's get it popping. I'll talk to y'all later tomorrow. We'll try to get back on the 6 a.m. click, but if not, that's why I started the morning and evening edition too, if you noticed. Troy Rawlings live. Love y'all. If you just share this with some folks, that may need it. If you haven't gotten my ebook, Butt Naked Honest Conversational Foreplay for Dating, it's a regular book too. You can order off Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble especially. You can go to any Barnes & Noble in the world and say, hey, we got Troy Rawlings, Butt Naked Honest, and they look it up and say, yes, we do. And they'll have it for you within a day. But if you're looking for my ebook and you want my ebook, just DM me now and I'll shoot it to you. DM me your email address and I'll shoot it to you for free. Hilarious book. Did you read the book? Did you read the book, Melina? Did you like it? All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace. God bless. One love.